Hey guys, today we're checking out some cool MIDI pedals from Beat Bars. These come from Poland. They're really high quality, so let's check them out. Unlike other foot switches, these ones connect directly through USB. They also have a MIDI out jack for a standard 5-pin MIDI, and there's a switch on the side to control which function is going to be used. If you're using that MIDI out jack, you do still need to power this through USB, but you don't necessarily need to have it connected to a computer. You can use one of these, phone charger adapters on the USB cable that's included, and then use this on your pedal board to control any other sort of MIDI controlled effects. In the Beat Bars config app, the FS3 foot switch can be configured to toggle or momentary mode with any program change, control change, note on, or system real time for things like tap tempo. With the Ex3 Expression Pedal, you can assign aftertouch, pitch bend, timing clock, or any MIDI CC with various options like minimum, maximum values, and reverse direction. The config software is pretty simple to use. You choose a setting and press set. One kind of annoying thing that I ran into when I was trying out these pedals is with that config software, if I have both of them connected at the same time, the software would only see one of them. I wouldn't be able to adjust and set both of them at the same time. So I just unplugged one. It's a very minor issue. I would assume that most people aren't going to buy both of them or have to configure them at the same time. But yeah, just a little thing that kind of slowed down this review process. The cable that they include is about 8 feet long, which is perfect to go behind my desk, under the desk, and then pull out to a convenient location where I can step on them while playing guitar from the front of the desk. I don't need to have wires on top of the desk or coming down. So it's really great that they include such a long cable with this. A while ago, I did a video on using expression pedals, and this is the one I have. It's a Moog. It has a permanently attached cable that ends in a TRS plug. This has to go through a sustain pedal or expression pedal jack on a keyboard, whereas the Beat Bars EX3 has a USB connection, so you don't need to have a MIDI keyboard, or if your MIDI keyboard doesn't have that connection, you can just plug this into another USB port, run it through a hub first if you need the extra jacks, and yeah, it works great. It's pretty much the same as any other MIDI device once it's inside a Reaper or any DAW that you use in terms of connection. So I've got both of these plugged in, turned on, and in the Reaper preferences under MIDI devices, I can find them here as Beat Bars, controller, and switch. In Reaper, because I have both of these, I actually just renamed these. So I just added switch to the name here, so I can tell which one is which. You just set it up for input for control messages, unless for some reason you want to actually send note on with this pedal, and then you would enable it as an input as well. So with those connected, we can use them to assign functions in the action list. So let's say I wanted to control the last touched track volume. I've got an action here. I can click on add, move that pedal. And because this is a controller with a physical beginning and end to that movement, you do want to use absolute mode, or you might want to use the soft takeover as well. If I have this on absolute, no soft takeover, you can see here that this track volume is adjusting as I move the pedal. So I can quickly change that pretty easily. I could also put it on soft takeover so the pedal actually has to reach that previous volume before it changes. So that's MIDI assignment to an action. Let's also do this with a foot switch. So I've got this set up in Amplitude. I'm going to assign automation, click on, and just select one of these from the list. So let's say ProDrive Stompbox Bypass. And once that's set and I touch it in the interface, I can then see the last touched parameter here. and go to Learn, and then press that button. So I've got these assigned to MIDI channel 8, CC 40 and 41, and I just set that. And so you can use the foot switch to bypass your virtual pedal board. You can use, I find this pretty useful to have on play and record, so you can easily punch in on the fly. I like the left foot switch for starting and stopping playback, and I press the second one to start recording from anywhere. You can get pretty advanced with it using custom actions or cycle actions and things. So like if playback is not running, then this button does tap tempo. But if it is running, then it does record. Use something like that. If you look at the advertised price of these, they are quite expensive, but I do think they're worth it because they're very simple to set up. They're very rugged, and I didn't have any trouble with them at all. Compared to some other pedals that I've used in the past, I have a Bluetooth foot switch with 4 buttons, and that software is kind of a pain, and I just wish it was a USB connection to actually program and use. So that's it for my review of the BeatBars MIDI controller pedals. If you are interested in these, you can check them out with the link in the description. Thanks to BeatBars for sending these pedals to me. Really enjoyed my time with them, and I'm sure that I'll get quite a lot of use from them in the future. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, support the Reaper blog through Patreon, and visit reaperblog.net for a lot more tutorials.